Hello everyone, welcome to my Java tutorial, and in this tutorial I'll cover the switch statement. Now the switch statement has a bit different syntax if we compare it with the previous two statements. So this is how a switch statement looks like. Now this is the switch keyword, which is followed by round brackets, and inside that we pass some value, and this is the body of the switch statement. Okay, now as you can see in the body there are different cases, okay, and each case is identified by a label. Okay, now this label can be anything. It can be an integer, it can be a character, it can be a string, it can be anything. But the only thing which you should keep in mind is whatever data type you are using for this value, these labels should also have the same data type, or it should be values of the same data type. Okay, so that is one thing we should keep in mind. Now how does it work exactly? So when you pass a value in this switch statement, it will compare this value with the labels of the cases, and wherever it finds a match, let's say for example it finds a match over here, then it will execute the corresponding statement. Now again, this is only one statement. There can be a lot of statements over here. It can be an entire block of code. So the thing is, wherever it finds a match, it will execute the corresponding code. And let's say if we pass a value which is not present in any of the cases, okay, so if it doesn't find a match in any of the cases, then it will directly jump to the default case. Okay, so I'll explain this with an example. Let's say I take a variable option and I assign a value to it, let's say 2, and I'm passing this variable to my switch case. Okay, now as I said, I'll have to use the same data type for my labels also, and these are going to be actual values. It is not a variable or something, so I'm passing actual values over here. Okay, so now, okay, it compiled well. Now how it will work exactly? So I'm passing the value as option, which is having the value as 2. Okay, now first it will compare with case 1. Okay, now since 1 and 2 do not match, this statement will not be executed. Then it will go to the next case. Now here it finds a match because 2 and 2 are same, so it should execute this code, and once it finds a match, it will skip the rest of the statements. Okay, so the only thing which should get displayed on the screen is this. Okay, yeah, of course these two statements will anyway get displayed. So let's run the program. Yes, and we get the output as expected. Now let's try to pass some value which is not present in any of the cases. Let's say 5. So in this case it should directly jump to the default case. Okay, now let's run the program, and yes, it has directly jumped to the default case. Okay, so this is the way a simple switch case works. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.